Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesigns.net. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways to increase your influence in your industry to have your personal brand standing out as a subject matter expert. Let's get into it, guys. Hey guys, what's going on? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesigns.net with another quick personal branding tip for you to help you increase your influence and your impact and help you connect with your audience on a deeper level. And today I'm talking to you about increasing your influence. See, there's a difference between being persuasive and being influential. You know, being persuasive, sometimes you might be perceived as like a snake oil salesman or like that used car salesman. And that's not how we want to position ourselves as personal brands, right? We want to create influence. We want to be the trusted advisor. We want to be the one that's on the same side as our prospects and on our clients, right? And help them get to where they want to be faster, right? More efficient, right? So how do we do this, right? So in order to create influence, one of the things that I've learned over the years, from my mentors and so on, is learning to express myself versus trying to impress people. Any of you guys that have been following me for some time now, you guys know sort of my backstory. And I will tell you this, guys, when I first started my entrepreneurial career and I started to get some success really, really fast, I let it get to my head, right? And what I tried to do then is like impress my clients, impress the people I was hanging out with, impress, girls and my family and my girlfriend, who's now my wife at the time. I mean, flip it. My girlfriend, who is now my wife, right? All that got me was a bunch of friends and family resenting the hell out of me, talking behind my back, like, who the hell does he think he is? And that didn't get me far at all, right? I lost a lot of friends. I lost quite a bit of family. And I don't want to see that happen to you. Impressing people isn't sustainable. It isn't going to last. And people smell that fakeness from a mile away, guys. So what I want you guys to start to do is learn how to express yourself in an articulate way. What do I mean by that? It's simple, guys. Get comfortable in your own skin. Just be you, right? Just know that you are the shit, right? But you don't need to go out there and impress people about that, right? You just need to do you. You need to continue to master your craft. You need to continue to be a better person every single day. So I invest heavily in personal development. I invest heavily in coaching and training and mentorship to help me become a more valuable human being, just as a person, but also as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, right? Because remember, guys, we get paid based on our value, not our time. Right? So we want to become more of a value to our clients. And so if we can express our mission, our vision, our purpose, and share that true authenticity with people, you're going to attract a way higher caliber client, and people are going to love you for you. And so this works both on your personal side of things and in business, right? So learn to express, not impress, and you'll see a huge difference in the amount of influence that you have. People will start seeing you as this person who's a thought leader, this person who's sort of I'm not going to say a pioneer, but a trailblazer. They're gonna respect you because you do you. So learn to express, not to impress. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is when you're working with prospects or when you're communicating with your audience, we want to be very specific on where we start that conversation. What do I mean by that? So you always want to start the conversation with a prospect where they are. Okay. So for example, if you show them like tremendous successes, right? And they're over here in the mud, struggling their ass off, trying to, get past that glass ceiling or trying to get their brand or business off the ground, and they're not getting any traction, they're not going to connect with you. They're not going to resonate with you because they're going to say, he is so far or she is so far away from where I am right now. I need somebody who's closer to what I'm experiencing right now. Okay, so when you're working with prospects, you want to, if they're struggling, you want to get into the struggle with them, right? They call it empathy, right? They call it empathizing. They call it putting yourself in their shoes. I'll give you a quick example. You can share stories with prospects and clients all day long that'll help build that rapport. I'll give you a quick example. So I was working with a client a couple of days ago, and he was explaining how he's got 2 jobs and he works days and he works nights, and he's spread so thin. He feels like he's living in purgatory. He knows that he could be doing so much more with his life, and he's a talented dude. Like, he really knows his stuff. And the problem with it all is this: he's just stuck. He doesn't know how he's going to get out of this particular situation. Okay. And so when I was talking to him, I was really feeling him, because I said, dude, it wasn't too long ago that I was feeling the same way. I was working a 9 to 5 at the local hospital. I was coming home. I lived in a one bedroom apartment, and I would design my ass off from like 7 o'clock at night to like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning, rest for like 2 hours or an hour, put my suit back on, go back out to the hospital, and rinse and repeat that. And I did that for 2 years. Okay. And then I finally said enough was enough. Other things started to happen, and, I had some options. I could have stayed at the hospital and been somebody's secretary, or I could have went out on my own, which I did, and start my entrepreneurial career. And that's what I did. Was it risky? Yes. Was I scared as hell? Yes. Was I afraid of failing? Yes. But I did it anyway. I didn't go half-ass. I went all in. I burned the boat. That I got there with. And I said, there's only one way, and it's forward. And so when I explained that story to him, and I said, dude, it got to a point where I just was sick of living in purgatory. And he was like, dude, I feel that, because I'm going through that right now. So I immediately bonded with this person, and he felt me because I shared with him a similar experience. And that, my friends, is how you create influence. People are going to connect with people that are aligned with their values. People are going to connect with people that really have gone through some of the things that they may be experiencing right now. And so, for example, I was listening to Jim Rohn the other day, and he said, he quoted like the Bible, and Paul was like, Paul in the Bible was like the king of sinners, right? So the sinners in town, all listened to Paul because he was the king of sinners, right? And so I may be botching this up, so bear with me, but I hope you get the point, right? People are going to pay attention to you. They're going to really value your influence if they know you've walked in their shoes. Okay, so remember that. All right. And then last but not least, guys, this one, I gotta say, sometimes I get this one wrong myself, and I have to catch myself. And this is why I'm doing a video on it, because it's going to help remind me, every time I sort of go half cocked and maybe say something I shouldn't have said, or position myself inappropriately, I will recall this one little liner, and it's called attack the problem, not the person. Okay? Attack the problem, not the person. If you take ourselves out, if you remove the ego from everything, guys, right? And you just focus on the issue at hand, 9 times out of 10, it's a problem. And what is a problem? It's just a question unanswered, right? That's the way I look at problems. And I believe that there's an answer to everything. You just have to find it. Okay? So how do you not attack the person and attack the problem? I'll give you a quick example. So when you're developing your branding, specifically your messaging, right? Voice and tone play a big role in how you're going to be perceived and how people are going to connect with you, right? So you can approach a situation and you could approach a prospect or a client and say, why the hell would you do such a thing? Or you could approach the client or prospect and say, so I read over your intake, or I did some research, and or I'm listening to what you're saying, and I see that there's a problem. I see that there's an issue here. What do you think is causing that issue? What do you think the biggest challenge here is? Right? And do you see the difference in approach? It's much more kinder, and we're attacking the problem. We're attacking the pain. We're leaving the person out of it, right? So perfect example of how to attack the problem and not the person, because you don't want to create that resentment. You don't want to create that defensiveness when you're working with prospects or clients. And you don't want to, when you're doing your marketing and you're out there on social media, you don't want to be pointing fingers at people saying like, what an idiot, or this guy's a moron, or that girl doesn't know what the hell she's doing. That's attacking the person. Okay. So attack the issue, attack the problem, put yourself on the same side of the desk as your prospect or your client, and let them know that you're there to help them. You're there to influence them. You're there to facilitate change. You're there to help them get to where they want to be faster. Right? So they'll feel that immediately when they see how you're positioning yourself and how you're attacking the problem and not them. Okay, so hope you got some value out of this one, guys. This one was a little bit longer, but I really wanted to get detailed here and let you understand that when you do these 3 things, you will create amazing and an abundance of influence in your industry. So let's recap real quick. What's the first one? You want to learn to express yourself and not try to impress people, okay? People will see that confidence in you when they see you expressing with authority, okay? The next thing is you want to start the conversation where your prospects or clients are at. Okay, so if you show yourself in an extremely successful, and you're doing all these amazing things, and here they're over here trying to they're spinning their wheels trying to figure it all out, there's a huge disconnect, right? So you want to create story to help them feel like you know how they feel, empathy, right? Last but not least, you want to attack the problem and not the person. So again, hope you got some value out of this, guys. Hit that little subscribe button if you haven't yet. Continue to follow my journey as a continuously growing personal brand. And again, guys, I've been doing this for 12 years, so I learned a thing or two about personal branding and building and designing a lifestyle brand that you're proud to promote and that is sustaining your lifestyle. So hit that subscribe button, drop some comments below, share this video with somebody that could be of value to, right? And drop some comments below. Let me know if you have any specific questions. Let me know if you want me to attack any particular problems that you're having building your influence, building your credibility, your authority, your personal brand in your industry. And I will promise you I will be back in touch with you within 24 hours. So have an amazing day, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Later.